He's back. Crazy take on domestic abuse survivor now. Boy, he does bring them, doesn't he? 10 years ago, Ray Rice was indicted on charges of third-degree aggravated assault. The charges were dropped after he agreed to counseling. MAGA candidate Mark Robinson has now suggested Ray Rice's battered then-girlfriend brought domestic violence on herself. Even more controversial comments have been disclosed regarding North Carolina gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson, this time defending various convicted and accused sexual and domestic abusers. In a post directed at Rice's lady friend, Robinson suggested the woman was at fault for the physical altercation, noted the report. Specifically, Robinson argued on Facebook, note to Ray Rice's lady friend, I'm a 350-pound man, but ain't no way in hell I'm gonna slap no pro football player. I'm too old for an A whooping. Raw story. Well, you're not too old. And, 350-pound bloviating fool is what you are. It's outrageous. Ray Rice took responsibility. I don't care how much you weigh. Are you man enough to do that?
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
One post, Robinson, North Carolina's lieutenant governor, characterized Weinstein and others as sacrificial lambs being slaughtered. Oh, what now? Harvey Weinstein and the rest of these high-profile Hollywood elites were merely sacrificial lambs. They have been slaughtered in order to smear the airwaves with talk of sexual harassment and how pervasive the culture of toxic masculinity is in America. Now that it's front and center and fresh on the minds of the masses, all they have to do is simply accuse an enemy, then sit back and watch. Okay. There's an appetite for this, apparently. He's also pushed some conspiracy theories that are far outside the mainstream, including the idea that the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor was a false flag operation staged by the US government. My goodness, how is he still in the running? America, North Carolina, look at your life. This is your candidate? Robinson's Democratic opponent is Josh Stein, who currently serves as North Carolina's Attorney General. I put that at the end because Josh doesn't even want to be mentioned in the same breath with this guy. It's as if he's saying whatever he can to get a reaction, to offend as many as possible. The politics of vitriol, hate, and others is, to me, what this is. This is not a sound campaign strategy, Jackson. Why, though, is he doing it if there must be an appetite for it, yes?
Well, there's definitely an appetite for it. Not really a big enough one to do like astoundingly well on any grand scale politically. So obviously this would turn off a lot of people. But I think it's more just this who he is, and also we live in a time where it's easy to say whatever's on your mind at any given moment. Whether it's something that's obviously ridiculous that Mark Robinson posted, or maybe it's something that you thought was cool, but then you look at it later and like, oh, that came off not quite how I wanted it to. Like, we just live in a time where people say what's on their minds. I mean, Donald Trump would be up at 3, 4 in the morning saying God knows what. So I think that's just kind of what it is. But also Mark Robinson is just a stupid, angry man. He's just dumb. And any picture you ever see of him, he's got this scowl on his face, probably because he's mad. Because and I don't even want to make fun of him physically, but it just fits because he is like that,
Yeah.
Oh, women deserve to get hit if they don't act right. Women this, women that. He always got something to say about people. But he's a 350-pound angry, stupid man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's all it is. And unfortunately, he's in a position of power. And I really hope that he does not become governor. Not only because the state and the country don't need that, but I want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it anymore. Go back to your chat room. What's I don't even know if some of these social media apps are still around, but there's a chat room waiting for him. he reminds me, and you'll correct me if it's not fair, but I had this one friend who would always call me up because her partner was quoting Kevin Samuels, now deceased, who would, women. I don't understand why you would want to subject yourself to this. And believe me, I love to be real. I like people to criticize me. I want real friends to tell me the truth, but I don't need to subject myself to someone who you come to seeking advice and they tell you, what, how much do you weigh? Well, you're a 3. And, men don't understand it. But there are people who wish to subject themselves to this. And maybe it makes them feel better about their own lives. Or maybe it makes them feel that, someone who was once rich and famous and in the NFL, oh, he's just like us. I don't know. And Kevin Samuels, I don't believe, well, he said a lot of controversial things. And I know some people still support him, Jackson, but I'll give you the last word. It's just what came to mind when I heard these nutty things this guy is saying.
Well, I mean, there's, like if it comes to the like manosphere, red pill space, that's a huge sector of the internet. But that attitude is old as anybody could look back. Just a general misogyny is nothing new. And unfortunately now it's just kind of become part of conservative culture, what we see on TV, like with the trad wife trend and things like that. So I think Mark Robinson is, definitely a reflection of that. But
Yeah.
he's so easy to dislike. He's so
Thank you.
easy to dislike. He's just,
Yeah.
again, he's just a stupid, angry man.
It's like he's the opposite. You know how they say some people are easy to root for? And he's
Mhm.
the opposite of that.
He's so easy to hate.
He's just easy. He made it so easy for us, Mark.